So I have a confession to make. I'm one of the people responsible for creating high zinc oils. You see, 20 years ago, motor oil was really different than motor oil today. And that oil from 20 years ago was different than oil from 30 years ago. So what was different? One of the main differences was the level of zinc dialkyl-dithiophosphate. That's hard to say. We just call it zinc or ZDP instead. And prior to 1996, there was not a limit on the amount of zinc that was allowed in the oil. Now, technically, it's the phosphorus, not the zinc that's limited, but zinc dialkyl-dithiophosphate, whenever you limit the amount of phosphorus, you're kind of limiting the amount of zinc. Again, it's easier to call it zinc, so we're just going to call it zinc. But no, what was really limited is the phosphorus, not the zinc. Are you good and confused now? Good. Let's carry on. But in 1996, the level of zinc was restricted down to 1,000 parts per million. To be fair, that really didn't cause any problems during that time, even with flat tappet cams. Heck, in 1999, I went to the Kmart in Port Orange, Florida, and bought every quart of Mobil 1 5W30 they had on the shelf. That 1,000 part per million oil finished 10th in the Daytona 500 without any abnormal camshaft wear. Now, 6 years later, you could not do that. In 2004, the API SM spec came out, which limited the amount of ZDP down to only 800 parts per million. That 20% change in ZDP level caused all hell to break loose with flat tappet camshafts. With API SM oils, you weren't running the Daytona 500 and not having abnormal camshaft wear. So in response to these lower zinc oils, things like zinc additives popped up, and diesel oils became a popular alternative because they weren't limited in zinc yet. And Joe Gibbs Driven released our Hot Rod line of high zinc oils to counter the effects of these API SM rated oils. But the zinc level was only part of the problem. What wasn't widely known back then, or even still today, is that the detergent type and concentration also plays a big role in camshaft wear protection.